Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT.Wealth. In today's video, we are chatting about Workhorse, so let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. Like I said, today we are chatting about Workhorse. Now I try not to make too many Workhorse videos unless there is truly a new news update to discuss. In today's case, I think we more have a lack of good news than we do have bad news. So in today's video, we are going to take a look at the recent update on the USPS contract, how the market is reacting to this. I'm going to give you my 2 cents on it, what my plans are with my stock, and just take a look at who else is currently holding. And of course, just before we get into all of that, this is just your friendly reminder that if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up and leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, if you like free stocks, make sure to check out some of the links down below in our description. Webull just extended their sign-up bonus and is giving away 4 free stocks right now for opening up a new account and making your initial deposit. So make sure to check them out. All right, now anybody who follows or is invested in Workhorse knows that we have been patiently waiting for the announcement of the USPS's giant $6 billion plus contract. Then last night we had this article come out from trucks.com stating that the Postal Service delays mail truck replacement contract again. And that already years behind schedule, the U.S. Postal Service announced another delay in its efforts to award a more than $6 billion contract to replace its fleet of aging mail trucks. The Postal Service told trucks.com that it expects to reach a contract with one or more of the teams bidding for the business in the federal government's second fiscal quarter of 2021. Now that works out to the first quarter of next year. Now, last night I saw a lot of people commenting and questioning why we were hearing this from trucks.com and not directly from the USPS themselves, and just whether trucks.com was a reliable source or not. Now into today, we are seeing this spread across multiple news websites, including Barron's.com, who stated that they had an emailed statement from the USPS spokeswoman saying that the pandemic previously resulted in the expected production award being pushed to the end of 2020. However, amid continuing pandemic concerns and in order to provide for capital investment activities and required approvals, the program schedule has been revised and a decision is now planned for Q2 of fiscal year 2021. So it does seem that we now officially have a statement from the USPS themselves letting us know that this has been delayed between January and March of 2021. And of course, Workhorse's stock did not appreciate this delay. Since this news coming out last night, we have seen Workhorse drop down to around the $20 per share price point, which represents just over a 20% decline. Now, you may remember analyst Craig Irwin from Roth Capital, who increased his price target to $27 when he expected a decision to come out about the contract before the presidential election. And when it didn't, he promptly dropped his price target back down. And this is the second delay for the post office. And Craig Irwin says, "This is what I expected. Political optics never supported a post-election vehicle bid decision by year end." So like we said, he downgraded his price to $19 in October. Now, Irwin does believe that the company is well positioned with its all-electric offering for this USPS bid, and a potential award would still be a huge event for Workhorse. Now, there have been a lot of mixed reactions to this. Some people are jumping ship and getting out of Workhorse as fast as they can. Others see this dip as a buying opportunity and still remain very positive about Workhorse's future. As far as my 2 cents, I have always been a long-term investor on Workhorse, so I am holding steady with my position in them. Now, it isn't a huge portion of my portfolio, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on other opportunities by holding Workhorse for the long term. But as I have said before, I think the most important thing is just knowing your own personal plan when it comes to Workhorse stock, whether you're long-term or short-term, what your targets are, and setting that stop loss as well. Now, I have never known government agencies to be ahead of their timeline on big things like this, so the delay really doesn't come as a big surprise. And when people were thinking that we were going to get the announcement before the election and then before the end of November, I kept saying that we needed to stay patient for the end of the year. Now we have to continue to remain patient. But in the big picture, the fundamentals still have not changed. And if you thought that Workhorse had a good shot at this contract, there's really no news that is now saying otherwise. And beyond just the USPS contract, Workhorse does have some exciting things in their future. So like I said, for me personally, I'm still comfortable holding long term, but to each their own, and whatever their outlook is for Workhorse, that is absolutely fine. Now, speaking of having a continued long-term outlook on Workhorse, I always like to look and see what Ark is holding in their fund. And the good news is their position in Workhorse has continued to increase. So this is a snap from back in September of Ark Invest's Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF. At the time, they held just shy of 650,000 shares in Workhorse. Now, jumping forward to today on December 1st, they are still holding strong in Workhorse and now have nearly 1.2 million shares in the company, so nearly doubled their position over the last few months. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of Cathie Wood, and I like to believe that her team over at Ark Invest does some pretty thorough research when they're looking for these disruptive technology companies. So if they are still holding on to Workhorse and increasing their position, that makes me comfortable in continuing to hold on to mine. So that is just a quick update of the news surrounding Workhorse and this USPS contract and their recent dip in share price. Like I said, for me personally, this doesn't change my long-term outlook on Workhorse, but I would love to hear from you guys and your thoughts surrounding this. Are you still invested in Workhorse? Does this change your outlook on them at all? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, these videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock. It is just simply my opinion and providing some information for you, and any trades should always be done based on your own research and due diligence. If you made it all the way to the end of today's video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up and that you're subscribed to the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and cheers.